Hey guys, I'm Roland, Techusiast, and I've been using the HUAWEI Watch GT4 for more than a month, and here's my full review. Let's take a look. The HUAWEI Watch GT4 is a beautifully crafted smartwatch, and here I am using the 46mm Rainforest Green GMT model. The watch comes with a braided band that complements the design and the aesthetics of the casing, and even the default watch face. That said, the watch supports all 22mm straps, so if you want to swap it to something else, you can. The case of the smartwatch is made of stainless steel, and it feels premium and elegant. It features an octagonal shape with delicate curves all around the sides. It's rounded for the most part, and there are no sharp edges to be found. There's not even an indentation, and there are no gaps between the display and the bezel. HUAWEI did a fantastic job slimming it down, and even the display goes near edge to edge, but more on that in just a second. On the right side you have the crown button and a dedicated shortcut button that can take you directly into the workouts in the activity window. There's also a speaker on the bottom right side, while the left only contains the microphone. Overall, the HUAWEI Watch GT4 looks like a classic timepiece with a modern take. It feels fresh, yet it keeps many elements from traditional wristwatches, and if you're a fan of this kind of design, you'll love the look of this watch. Personally, I love the way this looks, and I'd go as far as calling it the best looking smartwatch in 2023 so far. This 46mm Watch GT4 comes with a fairly large 1.43-inch AMOLED display with a 466 by 466 resolution. It's plenty sharp for reading messages up close and for displaying a wide variety of uniquely designed watch faces on the screen. The viewing angles were always great, and the screen was plenty bright. I used the watch outside in direct sunlight, and I never once experienced a moment where I had to dig into settings to change anything manually. The screen is bright and colourful, and dark enough that it won't dazzle you at night or wake you up during sleep. The bezels are barely visible, and the screen basically goes edge to edge, making the rounded display look larger than it actually is. If you're a fan of traditional looking smartwatches, the HUAWEI Watch GT4 is worth considering. The Watch GT4 runs HarmonyOS 4.0, and the watch is compatible with Android and iOS smartphones. In order to pair the watch, you need to download the HUAWEI Health app, and after a few minutes of signing in, you're ready to change a few settings and set up the watch the way you like. The process took around 5 minutes, and it was fast and snappy. The watch works very similarly to the other smartwatches, and you can swipe left to see the Smart Assistant section, swipe up to see the notification panel, and swipe down to see the notifications from the watch and the phone. Swiping right reveals the customizable panels. In terms of features, the HUAWEI Watch GT4 has everything you'd want. It can reliably track a variety of sports modes and measure many health metrics such as heart rate, blood pressure, body temperature, breathing, menstrual period, and more. The one key feature the watch is missing is ECG, but given the price tag, this can be justified. The watch also has GNSS positioning that uses dual band 5 system positioning to improve tracking. What this means in real practice is that hiking, running, or doing any other sorts of activities should provide accurate and reliable tracking information. The one place where the HUAWEI Watch GT4 doesn't shine is when it comes to third-party app support. HUAWEI's app gallery doesn't boast a massive selection of third-party apps, and while some fan favorites can be found, there's a large gap on what's available. If you rely on Adidas Running or Strava, you'll be in luck, but if you want to use anything else, you have to export your data manually. The good thing about the App Store is that it offers more than 25,000 unique watch faces, and there are a variety of different designs, layouts, and colors to choose from for free. Of course, you can still find a massive selection of paid watch faces, but the good thing is that these aren't too expensive and you can test them out before purchasing. Overall, I've really enjoyed my time using the HUAWEI Watch GT4, and I'm very impressed with the snappy performance, excellent built-in features, and the great hardware. I never experienced anything out of the ordinary, and the watch was always reliable and accurate, enough that I'd happily recommend it to my friends who exercise a lot more than I do. The Watch GT4 comes with a 524mAh battery that HUAWEI claims can last for up to 14 days on a single charge, 8 days with regular usage, and a mere 4 days with the always on display turned on. As always, I was very cautious at first, as I know that these numbers are often done in research labs in controlled environments. It's also worth noting that the Watch GT4, as mentioned earlier, supports fewer apps, and it has a tightly integrated ecosystem that can either be a benefit or a disadvantage, you decide. However, after having used the smartwatch for more than 30 days, I can tell you that these numbers are accurate, and I regularly achieved 10 to 14 days on a single charge, and I saw that the watch dropped anywhere from 5 to 10% every day depending on my activity. Now, it's worth noting that I rarely work out and I spend most of my days sitting at my desk, but even those who intensely measure their workouts will be able to achieve at least 3 to 7 days on a single charge, which is far more than what a few other competitors can offer. Of course, heavily relying on a GPS will cause the battery to drain faster, but the fact that the Watch GT4 can last for multiple days, even for those who live and breathe sports, is kind of impressive. Charging was also a great experience, and an hour provided roughly 70% charge that could provide multiple days or a week of power. Not bad. I also topped up the device during my morning and evening routines, which resulted in the watch basically always staying topped up. If you follow a similar routine, you can essentially make the watch last forever, as a quick 20-minute charge can easily provide you enough to last you through the day or several days for general users. So, should you buy the HUAWEI Watch GT4? If you're looking for a gorgeous smartwatch that has a classic yet bold, minimalist and unique design, the HUAWEI Watch GT4 will offer the exact looks you're going for. It has a bright display, a snappy performance that never once slowed down, and accurate tracking and plenty of features that keep you going. If you're looking to stay fit or get in shape with a smartwatch that looks good and offers a wide variety of watch faces, the Watch GT4 is worth considering. However, if you heavily rely on third-party applications to track your workouts and do your tracking, the Watch GT4 might not be the best companion. There are many applications lacking support for the Watch GT4, and while Huawei does let you export data, you might not want the hassle of mucking around in the settings all the time. The contactless payment feature is also region locked and unavailable in the UK and many other countries. That said, if you're happy with Huawei's integrations and services, the smartwatch will offer reliable and accurate tracking, plenty of features and options, and a great design with an excellent display. The Watch GT4 can also last for 2 weeks on a single charge, so if you don't want to charge your smartwatch every night, the HUAWEI Watch GT4 will be a great alternative that doesn't break the bank. And there you have it. Hope you found this video useful. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. With all that said, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.